sculpting. We're gonna take 3 breaths up just to start the inhale, the breathing, the arms warming up. Whew. Wonderful. Now, we are going to grab a band that allows you to do some biceps. So you'll be standing on a band in your center, or the 2 feet can also be on there, 1 or 2 feet, depending on your band and your strength, your height. So this is going to be 20 that you'd like to start with your band, your Dynaband, or your elastic tubing. Good. 5, and let's add the breath now. We're going to breathe in the nose. 6, 7, welcome. 8, 9, 10. Good. Take 10 more. Good. Everyone looks good. I'm just checking. And 13. Good. Elbows can stay where they are so they're not moving forward. Yeah, keep your elbows by your side. There you go, Catherine. Okay, 5 more. And breathe in through your nose. 3. These are the picking up muscles. 2. 1 more. 1. That's good. Now we're going to stand off or get off. 1 band or hand is holding the band behind your head. 1 is down here at your low back. Take a push up. Now, if you're able, you can add on a calf raise with the tricep press. Good. 4, 5. This is a good thing to do on the snowy day. I heard you have a snowy day. And 9. 1 more. Okay, take 10 more. Lengthen that elbow. Hello, we're doing triceps if you can. Up. And we're going to do 5 more. You're very tall. You're lifting up your heels if you would like to add that cue. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Now, switch the hand. So this hand's up. This hand's going to be low near your low back. Take a second to get that together. And then you're going to take your top arm up. 2, 3, well, hello. 4, 5, 6. Let's add the breathing. 7 through the nose. 8 and out the nose. Take 10 more. The back of your arm should start feeling like it's getting warmer. We do have 8 more. Try to lengthen. 6, head back. 5, try to lengthen the elbow all the way. There's a moment of balance at the top you can feel. 3, 2, good. 1. Now this time we're going to take a little warm up. Arms wide and a stretch that's mobile. Make it as wide as you need so that it doesn't hurt your shoulder, that it's a good stretch, but you don't have to contort your body or wrist. 3, 2. Now we're going to be holding a few places. So here's 1. Neck is soft. Good. Didn't that feel so good? And then a little lower. So you could do this stretch anytime you need during the day for the posture. Go a little lower. I'm going to show you from the side. The arms are back. And then let that go and just kind of shake it out. We're going to go to the floor with a heavier band. And if you would like to take a sip, take it. We're going to have another medium and a heavy band handy. And try not to use your hands. We're going to take a sip. Walk your feet out in front and cross that band. All right, we're going to walk the hands pretty far forward, then sit up so you're tall, and then pull your rope, your elbows past your sides. Good. Seated. Now, if you're uncomfortable sitting on the floor, you can always sit on a pillow or sit on a yoga block. Good. You're doing great. Now we're going to do 10 more. 2, back row. 3, good. Try to have it to where your hands are so far forward that as soon as you start pulling, you have tension, but the elbows can lengthen every time. So they can lengthen. Yeah, there you go. 5 more. Good. 2. And relax that band off your feet. If you have more than one band, now you're going to want more like a medium one. If you don't, just use the same one and change your hand position to change the intensity. So I've got a medium band. The hands are going to be low. You got it. That's it, Jean. Your hands are like an upside down V. Pull, pull, and leave your head upright. Good. It'll be tempted to go forward, but you're going to keep your head in line with your spine. You could even pull your, spread out the toes while you're here if you want to add another cue. All right, 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, tall, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now before we do the next one, add a shoulder circle where you go up and around. Inhale and exhale, and then cross your band to the same one like an X. Put your elbows very close to your ribs and open up your forearms to the sides for external rotation. Keep your wrists sturdy. Neutral. Good. Tall spine. Full breath. All right, 10 more. Good job. Okay, now we are going to let that go for just a moment. Take your arms out like a T. You can sit any way you want, and then add a little rotation. Open up the arms like that letter T. Add a little rotation. So we are doing a stretch that helps the back. It prevents it from getting rounded forward. It's relieving tension from the exercises we just did. And then you're going to face front, grab a sip, and your heavy band will go around your feet again. And there is a little trick. If you do not have a heavy band, you can take 2 of your bands and put them together. Cross the band or bands. Walk your hands very far forward, so your hands should be almost at your socks. And you're going to sit up, and then you're going to rotate. Now, we're going to do it the other side, so 1 on each side alternating. 1 on each side alternating. 1 on each side alternating. So it'll be right side, rotate, left side, rotate, right side, left side, right, good, and left. And 10 more. 9, try to see if your flexibility is the same on each side. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Let that go. And then a band that's medium around your heel arch. Now, if you would like to take bicep curls here, you can slightly toe down and you can lift your elbows. I'm going to turn so you can see better. If you do not have osteoporosis and you want to make it a little harder, add the abs with the spinal flexion, you can. Good. So you have a couple things going on. You can see your belly pulling in. Biceps. Ten. Last 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now we're going to come up. Now if you would like a sip, take a sip. We are going to be standing up, and the challenge will be to stand up without using your hands. So if you would like, stand up without using your hands if you can. That's a functional longevity assessment. Let your band that's medium to medium light be underneath your heel. Go out like a letter T. Now this is a lateral raise. You're going to about shoulder height. And if you feel like it's too easy, step on it more so that it can go to about shoulder height, but that it's demanding there. And it's a lateral raise, but you do see it in your peripheral. All right, I think we're all together now. Let's take 5 more. Breathe in through your nose. Good. Feel that shoulder? And then other side. Now use your heel. I like to use my heel because I feel it's more sturdy. So you want to feel like it's not going to come out from under your foot. Go out. Good. You feel how there's a little ab tone? Because otherwise your body would tilt or lean. So you're strong in your body. It's a little stability tone. It's not a big contraction. The shoulder's working. The neck feels easy. It's not congested. Now I'm going to need a little more slack. Wrist is solid. Body's tall. Spine is tall. Good. You got it. Now other heel, other hand. We are switching sides. Go into the front now. Go into the front raise, frontal raise for the anterior deltoids. You could see your abs have to help you stabilize or you might lean back. It's just your shoulder. Good, but your body's tall. Other side, guys, you're looking good. Switch the heel, switch the hand, same side hand and same side heel. Body's neutral. No one's rotating. I like it. Good. You're tall. 8. You're strong in the arm. Your body's stable. You're breathing. In other words, you're not holding your breath. It would be easy to do, but you're not holding your breath. Feel a little bit of ab tone as opposed to your back. 6 doing all the work. 7, 8. I love it. Okay, get rid of that. Grab a sip. We are going to do a chest press with a Dynaband. You're going to take at least a medium, maybe medium strong or medium heavy. I'm going to grab the excess in my hands just so it doesn't dangle and hit me. Okay, we'll do a pattern. At first, I'll just do the pattern. Woo! With the arms. So try to lengthen. You got it, Jean. Let's add on a heel raise here. These are calf raises are just great to do anytime for blood flow, preventing swelling, preventing lower leg clots. If you have to sit for a long time, this is a great thing to do to take breaks if you've had to sit for a while. So lift up. All the toes have weight when you go up in your heels. Try to lengthen your elbows. You're staying tall in your spine. Everybody looks good. Forward and back, or excuse me, wide. One set's narrow, one set's wider. All right, 4 more patterns. Good. 3 more patterns. 2, 1. Now let the arms, actually remove that for a minute. Give yourself some space. This little move, loose arms, is good for lymph. You could do this in the morning when you, or when you've been stationary for a while and just do this way. It's also good for the nervous system. So anytime your arms cross the midline, it calms the activity of the right and left brain. Take a big breath. Feel how it relieves tension. And then we're going to take a band in front of us. So a medium or medium heavy. So it looks like this. So you see how it's in front of me. Pull wide and to your chest. So wide and to your chest. Now I'm going to get in front of you. Pull wide. Now notice my arms or my elbows are pretty long. I'm not doing it with the bending and a straightening of the elbows, but from a scapular retraction and the rear deltoid. So exhale, and your hands are just below shoulder height, wide, like your hand is trying to touch the side of the room, the sides of the room for 5 more. 4, 3, 2. Now on this one, you remember that stretch where we went up and behind? Give yourself more room, and let's do it again. 5. Now how about like a T5? And how about a little lower for 5? Really good. That's it. Lower that down for a minute. We're going to take a interim pose, one-legged balance, because it does strengthen this glute. And either interlace your fingers or take a cow face. So just take a 10, 2, 3, good. 4, 5, looking good. Hot dog, move your hands to the front, then lower your foot. We're touching base with balance. One thing about some of these functional exercises is I don't want you to feel like you have to do it for hours on end. Even if you just touch base with them, it keeps it in your repertoire. So we're just touching base, so that right glute, it needs to be functional here. Inhale. Now we're going to move our hands, lower down, your foot, grab a sip. Good job. All right, let's take a plank pose. This is an abdominal strengthener and also a spinal stabilizer strengthener. Your forearms are going to be on the floor. Your toes are going to be back. Hold it here. So now we're just touching base with a plank. A great exercise to keep in your repertoire. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and lower your hips and take your hands low beside your pelvis and lift up your arms and lift up your back and lift up your toes. Now we're strengthening the back muscles. When you inhale, you may notice you go a tiny bit higher naturally. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and a child's pose. So push back, let your low back get a stretch. And we're going to be doing a chest press next. We've warmed up the muscles. I like doing the bands first because it warms up the muscles and the joints. And you can always grab more band as you get warmer. So now we're doing more of a weight training. You're going to need a chest press. You're going to, resistance with your weights. Probably 5, maybe up to 12 pounds each. So a heavier weight. Feet on the floor. Now the hand weights are next to you. You're going to inhale, push up, and then lower. All right. So at least a 5 and up to probably a 10 or 12 in each hand. You'll know. Ideally, you feel your ribs on the mat. If you do have a forward head syndrome, then you might want a little pillow or a folded up mat underneath your head. You want to feel like you can be comfortable in the neck. The one end of each weight touches at the top, so you can touch if you want at the top. Good. Your ribs are down, even when your arms are up, your ribs are down. All right, guys, try 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, long arms at the top, long elbows, 1. There you go. That was it, that last inch. Now, full body stretch, be aware of your space. Make sure there's nothing that's going to impede you or you'll run your fingers into. Reach through your back. You can shift your waist. That's a good exercise for your back, just to shift. Yeah, you can add your feet back on the floor. 1, 2. This is also called the hook position. Probably the same weight. It might need to be a pound lighter, but probably the same. Both of the weights touch sides of the weights touch, and then act like you're hugging a tree. And then you touch your weights at the top again. Yeah, open, inhale, You can inhale and open and exhale. Good. Now make sure your weights don't touch the floor when you're opening up like a fly. Your upper arm or the back of your shoulder might touch the floor, but your hand weights stay ahead of you. You're not going to let your wrist fold backwards or your elbows fold backwards, hyperextend. It's like you have a circular arm motion here. Your elbows are softly circular. Now let's exhale when we bring the weights together and inhale when we open. Good. Inhale and exhale. Good. Your wrists are solid. Inhale and exhale. All right, let's take 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now let that go. Again, stretch through your fingers and your toes. Inhale, back shifts. Exhale, use your abs to come up if you can. If not, just use your hands on your legs. Good job. Grab a sip. Terrific. We're going to be standing up. One thing that's good is to just make sure your area is safe. So moving the weights. So get ready. We're going to put our body tall, ideally without using your hands. Now let me just show you what we're doing. It looks like this. So you'll need a weight that is good for that. I would say for most of us, it's going to be between 3 and 7 pounds. Go out and go out. If you were ever traveling and you're doing the classes with me, you can always just use your bands again. Sometimes it's easier to travel with bands. They fold up so easily in a suitcase. So you could always just do a second set with your bands. You want to find creative ways to keep the body healthy. Notice how the wrists feel really solid here. They're not torqued all over the place. Notice how you have a little bit of ab tone. We're going to breathe in. Good. You're doing great. Let's do 8 more. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. And then you're going to lower those hand weights. All right, take a stretch. It could be the cow face. It could be just your elbow up top. And if you can, lift up this foot and take 3 circles for dynamic balance each way. Lower that leg, take the other stretch. Get ready. 3 circles for dynamic balance while we work on the posture muscles. Go the other way. You're doing great. Wonderful. Now we'll do knocking on the door of life, that Qigong move, loose sleeves. Release any tension. And we're going to take a bicep curl with your hand weight. So it may be heavier than the one you just used. I would say at the minimum it's a 5. And you're going, because we're bending the elbow, it's a shorter lever. So it's probably going to be 5 to 9 pounds. Good. 3. Neck is soft. This is a movement you could do just to make sure you're not holding the shoulders near the ears. 5. Good. I like how nobody's swinging their arms behind them. 6. Good. All right, we have 10 more. That a girl, Betty. One little trick you're reminding me of is, let's say you're trying to increase your weight. You might start with a heavier weight, and then when you feel like I can't really keep form well, you just go back down to a slightly lighter weight and keep going. It's called a drop set. It's a great way to increase. All right, last 3. Notice your wrists are so firm. 2. Good job. Now we're gonna lower those down safely. And I wanna take a hand stretch. So hold on to your hands like you're holding hands with yourself and massage, and go the other way. You got it. All right, we're gonna do a set of push-ups. You could do them on the wall. You could do them on the floor. I always feel like Dr. Seuss. You could do them on a train, in a box with a fox. 2, we're doing 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and release. And then come back up. Good, grab a sip, you're doing great. So we do try to shoot for 8 ounces in this class at least. And we're gonna go to the front. Front raise is probably gonna be 3 to 8 pounds or 3 to 7 pounds. Go forward, somewhere between 3 and 7 pounds. And again, one trick you could do is grab your 5s, do as many as you can, and then drop down to a 3 or a 4. Good. 6. Feel how easy it would be to accidentally lean back on these? So you feel your abdominals preventing that, stabilizing you. All right, try 10 more. And it is okay if you need to grab a slightly lighter weight, or another neat trick with this one is to do right, left. That's another neat trick. A little bit longer elbow if you can. Yeah, a little bit longer elbow. There you go. Last 5. Last 4. Last 3, which means we're getting ready to do some core plank. 2, 1. Okay, guys, lower those down. Let's do a plank. And I want to offer one more cue on this plank, which is called isometric. You're going to get your forearms down and act like you're trying to pull your forearms to your toes, and act like you're trying to pull your toes to your forearms, like you're pulling the mat ends together. It's going to feel like your abs are firing more. 10. Breathe in and lower. Now, this one is going to be hands beside your pelvis, or if you can reach your hands, interlace them at the low back. Get ready. Come up. Your torso lifts. Your arms lift. Your legs lift. Let your inhale lift you higher. 10, 2, 3, back strength. 4, 5, glute strength. 6, breathe in. And this is a posture you could do every day. Hands or forearms on the floor. So let me show you forearms. This one is Sphinx. You feel your abs lift, but you might be able to put your hands on the mat and come up for a swan. Shoulders are down the back. Elbows are pointed down. 10, 2, that feels so good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, another child's pose. Pull your toes under if you'd like. Breathe in. Come back up to standing. Now, I'm trying to use just the legs, not the hands. This is half moon. We also love posture stretches after that weight training to encourage pliancy and open posture. And I find in the winter it's easier to contract your muscles because you're cold, and this will help relax the muscles. Notice I'm adding a little rotation if you care to do that. I always feel different fibers. Breathe in. Now go up and over to the other side. Half moon. I'm adding a foot cross for a challenge. If you care, if you don't like that, just leave your foot where it was. Try to get all of your feet, your foot flat on the floor. Add that rotation. Breathe into that side. Doing so good. All right, stand tall, and then we'll do a posture check-in. All 4 corners of your feet have equal pressure. Your knees are long but soft. Your pelvis is neither tilting back. This is called sway back or lordosis. That's what most women tend to do because our hips are wider than our knees. This is a tuck under, and you don't want either. You want it right in the middle where your pelvis is parallel to the floor as if it were a bucket of water, not spilling forward or back. So for me, I have a little bit of ab tone here when I'm here. Ribs are over your pelvis. Shoulders are down the back. A slight opening of the arms will help keep those shoulders in external rotation. Lift up through your crown. Now, while you're here, relax as much as you can to burn that nervous system into your fascial pattern of a good posture. So take a moment, and we're going to invite an energy of peace and appreciation, a gratuity to ourselves this day. And for the rest of the day, may you have a beautiful intention of peace and gratuity. Thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you tomorrow for yoga. Thank you.